This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP network.
This is episode 616 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast for June 18th, 2024. What is up, everybody? So glad to be back. It's been a little bit, but I'm here.
Hey! Who is it?
You're not here yet. I haven't introduced you.
We've been here all the time, mate. You're the one that's not been here.
Well, that spicy voice you just heard right there is my co-host, Lee.
Hello, everyone.
As well as Tracy.
Hello, everyone.
And the spiciest of margaritas, I have Michelle.
Hi, my brother from another mother.
How are we doing?
Good.
Pretty damn fine.
Okay.
We are good. We are happy, and some might think we're drunk, but we're not. So,
don't go that far.
It would be nice
Speak
if
for
we
yourself.
were.
Drunk on friendship.
Always.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Need
that's
more
a good way to put
bourbon,
it.
but yeah.
Always. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So we have a pretty cool show for you. We are continuing our ultimate Universal Orlando ride ranking, and we're stepping straight into Hogsmeade.
This should be interesting.
let's do it.
Yeah. So to start us off, we are going to talk about the facade of
thought he was gonna
Hogsmeade
say it
of
there.
the of Flight of the Hippogriff. We're going to talk about Flight of the Hippogriff. Listen, it's been a long weeks.
A long
We're going to
weeks.
jump into Flight of the
long
Hippogriff,
weeks.
and then we're going to talk about the facade.
Ah,
How about that? Does that work?
yes. I love how
Listen,
it's been a long weeks.
Yeah, I love
Weeks.
that.
I just want to keep our professionalism on the same track it's always been. All right.
Oh,
Absolutely.
much appreciated.
So let's jump into Flight of the Hippogriff. We're going to start with the facade, and if we're going to go round table, let's start off. Michelle.
Okay, wait. You got to remind me.
We're ranking
What am I
these.
doing?
We're rating it out of 10.
You've been on the week's shows.
Thank you, because I was asking all of this and I got told, it could be
How long
apparent.
since we've done
Here.
this, though?
We're going to be ranking it 1 to 5.
10.
10.
See?
And half points count.
No,
We
half
love
points
those.
don't count.
Why don't you remind the listeners what we're doing too?
You know, we should probably do that. So
Right.
what we're going to be doing is we're going to be ranking the different categories of a ride, and that is the facade, the story, if it's worth the wait time, the queue, and then the overall ride experience. And we're going from 1 to 10, 1 being the least, 10 being the most. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and we've already done Zeus Landing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that being said, Michelle, can you
Okay.
start us off with the Flight of the Hippogriff facade?
Facade. And when I know that we had to kind of make up our rules as we were going last time. So did the facade, is it just the entrance?
That
It's just
facade
the
is
entrance,
that
right?
picture there.
Okay.
Not just the entrance, it's just the facade.
So it's
Okay,
kind of what you
smartass.
can see from the entrance.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna give it a 2 because there's not really anything there. There's more as you go through the queue, but that's the queue. So the facade is like stones and an umbrella.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, and if you're listening and you have never seen this, just look it up. It's exactly how she described.
Yeah. Those stones look like the ones that are either side of the stage for the Frog Choir and the Tri-Wizard Spirit Rally.
Yeah.
Too. Okay.
All right. Tracy,
Yes. Hi.
where are you at?
I'm
Hi.
on my couch. Oh,
Okay.
you mean this?
I'm not.
Sure.
Well, I mean, it's got its charms. It's
It does.
a couple of rocks and
Where?
an umbrella. I mean, the umbrella really ties the rocks together. It brings out the colouring in the stonework. So yeah, I'm with Michelle. I'm giving it a 2.
Okay.
Generous. And just curious, why didn't you give it a 1?
That's a
The
good
umbrella.
point.
What bumped you up to 2? The umbrella?
The umbrella.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a really big rock.
Okay. That's what she said. You heard that here.
Wow.
Lee, where are you at?
I'm going to give it a 3.
Oh.
And why is
He
that?
really likes the
Because
umbrella.
I actually like, you can't really see it unless you zoom in on that, but the little symbol, if you zoom in, the little symbol that says Flight of the Hippogriff, it's got a hippogriff. I think that's pretty cool. It gives you an extra point above 2, but yeah, I mean, it looks like there's a big smear of owl down the side of it as well, if you look. So that's authenticity. I'm giving it 3 because it's
Okay.
it's very fitting in with Hogsmeade, but there's not a lot to it.
Do you know how they made that though? On the rock?
They carved it in.
No, they polished it really highly, so the hippogriff thought it was a window and tried to fly through it, and it just smacked into it.
Have you seen the size of it? Well, hippogriffs are much bigger than that.
It was a baby one. It was learning to fly.
It was
What is going on?
Infant griff.
An infant griff.
Infant griff.
A baby hippogriff.
Yeah.
Grifflet.
I'm going to give this a solid 1.
Way.
It's like you guys said, it's a rock. It's 2 rocks next to each other. The umbrella's nice, and that's why I'm giving it a 1. The picture just screams Florida heat. There's just too much stone.
Yeah.
And I can feel that radiating back on a really sunny day. And this is the last place I'd want to be standing or even walking through. Pretty stones, but that's about it. So
Yeah.
it gets a
I
1.
mean, the look on this team member in this picture just says it all right there. She looks, or he, they look really thrilled
Yeah.
to be there under that umbrella.
Are they even under the umbrella? They're in front of the umbrella too, right?
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, that's how bad the umbrella is. They're like, I'll take the sun.
Spoilers. I think they've got those. I think they've got those same umbrellas in front of Hagrid's.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, moving on to the next category here. We have the story. And I'll be honest, I have no idea what the story is.
I'm going to see if I can find it.
Is there an actual story?
Right.
Is there?
So the story of the hippogriff is, it's this little lonely hippogriff that is just flying round and round and round looking for friends, and he can't find one, so he turns his umbrella into his imaginary friend. The end.
10 out of 10.
I mean, that's probably better than the actual story, to be fair.
That's what got me a degree.
Is there an actual story?
No,
I don't think there is.
I don't think there is one.
Can you imagine being in line, taking a bunch of friends, like, guys, you want to hear the story about this ride?
I would gather that going off the story of Hogsmeade, that because Muggles have been allowed in to mix with the wizards, that you are going to meet Buckbeak as part of Hagrid's magical creatures class,
Experience.
and that you are getting to ride on his back like Harry did in The Prisoner of Azkaban.
I mean,
would
and
say
you do
that's the
have
story.
to ask his permission
Yeah.
before you start the little climb. He bows to you to give his permission.
Always get consent.
Yeah.
It says here, I went on the Harry Potter fandom website, and it says you are on a training flight
Yeah,
to learn how to ride
a
the
hippogriff.
infant griffs.
The infant grift?
Griff.
Oh, infant grift. Oh,
All
my
right.
God.
So with that being said, let's Lee, why don't you start us
Oh, I
off?
thought you were going to go first there. I was about to put yours in. I mean, the story ties in pretty well with the story that's being told in Hogsmeade, but it is incredibly simple, really. So I'm going to give it a 5.
Oh.
Okay.
I've realised that giving things a rating out of 10 is difficult because 5 is like, oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
And most people, when they give rankings out of 10, generally go, 10 means it's good, 1 means it's crap, and then generally not in the middle. So, like, but a 5 is genuinely like, it's all right.
See, I'll jump in there. I'll give mine. I'm also gonna give it a 5 because I see 5 as like neutral, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not bad because, like Lee mentioned, it's the theming is, it's part of the land. Like, obviously, it's not just a green painted ride or something like that. So I'll give it a 5. It's an okay story.
Yeah, I actually think that with Hagrid's being there now makes this story actually slightly better because it ties into Hagrid's a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Tracy.
Yes.
I wish she'd stop doing that and just actually answer the question.
Where are you at?
It's my thing.
I'm on the couch.
Leave me alone. I'm not. I've moved now.
You're not.
I'm under the umbrella.
Ella,
Don't, because the rain that we've got coming, I'll be able to do that dance later. Yeah, I've ridden it once.
Yes, I think we have only ridden it once.
Because
Really?
Yeah.
I remember the stop.
Yeah.
It's very abrupt.
Very.
Don't remember too much, but if that's the story that we've got, that's quite cute.
2013, I think.
And kids would love that. So, yeah, I think 5's a fair number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Michelle?
Okay, so I'm going to be the mean one. I'm going to give the story a 2. And that's
Whoa.
only because.
Did you see the umbrella?
That's got nothing to do with the story.
You can see it all the way around the ride.
So it's only because I wish that they would actually tell the story. Like,
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're waiting in line, and sometimes that line can have a long wait, even if you have Express Pass. Is there anybody, like, is Hagrid talking or anything saying, hey, you know, let's prepare to ride the hippogriff. This is what you need to do. Make sure you ask permission. Like, is that ever said?
I honestly don't
I
know.
do not think so.
Not a clue.
And if it is, it's obviously not loud enough because I've ridden that ride dozens of times and I don't know the story other than the fact that I know Harry Potter and I know what a hippogriff is.
So going back to what Chris said, I'm on the Harry Potter fandom wiki, and it does say that Robbie Coltrane's voice is heard while waiting in line to get on the ride.
Okay.
So potentially.
Okay.
I've
Maybe
never
they got to crank the
heard
volume
it.
up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I'm sorry, hippogriff, if I'm wrong, but I've never heard the story, so I'm gonna go with a 2.
Okay. That's fair enough. That's why we're doing this, because, you know, everyone has their own opinion.
Yeah. Okay, next category we have, is it worth the wait? Now, this number here, where was this pulled from?
Your arse.
Wait times.
Yep.
I can't remember.
myarse.com.
I feel like it's higher than this. It says 31 minutes. So
That's the
That's
average
the
wait
average,
time.
though.
yeah, I guess. But I always look at the weekends because that's when I'm there. But okay, so let's just go based off of 31 minutes. Let's say that is the wait. I'll start it off. I'd give it a 6. I think that's not a terrible amount of time to wait for this. I would prefer a lower wait, especially because there's, I don't want to spoil the next category, but there's not a whole lot going on while you're waiting. And yeah, it's just, you know, if I have my niece or something with me and I take her on, sure, I'll wait 30 minutes for it. So I think a 6 because it's a little bit more than just neutral. So, yeah. Michelle.
I'm going to do a 5 for the 31 minute. If we're going off of 31 minutes, which in my experience, it's generally 31 minutes even in Express. So every time I go, it's usually higher than that. But 31 minutes, yeah, I could take it or leave it.
That's what she said.
Is it? I mean, I have fun on that ride. It's silly. It's just like silly, childish fun. I love to really scream really loud on it.
That's
and
what
be
she said.
super silly. Oh my God, I knew that was coming.
I couldn't.
Oh,
that's
that's
what she said.
Thank God. I just need to shut up right now because yeah. So anyway, I enjoy Flight of the Hippogriff and I like riding Flight of the Hippogriff. I feel like I have to say that every time now.
I mean, that's just
an
as bad,
innuendo.
to be fair.
I enjoy that ride every time, but it is a long wait, and sometimes it's really hot if you're not standing directly in front of the fan
Or the umbrella.
and the ride itself is only like 45 seconds. So yeah, I would say a 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Tracy,
Yes.
where you at?
Every time.
Oh my
Seriously.
God.
It's just to see Lee's face.
It's winding me
You know
up
he's
now.
going to edit every single one of those out.
I'm gonna have to.
No, leave them in. I'm gonna make a post about it so people have to listen. It's a drinking game now. Well, based on everything that Michelle has said, she's actually persuaded me to give it higher than I was going to. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
A 3.
A 3, yeah. Because I remember riding it. I don't remember much about it, but I remember coming off and going, well, that's a 1 and done.
Well, that's also what she
yeah,
said.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But again, I don't have
Lee?
small kids at the moment.
I mean, I can't disagree with that. There's no way. Like, we've ridden it once. I do want to ride it again just purely because we haven't ridden it for so long.
Maybe it was 29 minutes, I'll ride it.
But 31... I need to find out where I actually got these wait times from. I can't
This
remember
needs
the
to be
website
our
now.
next Producers Club ride.
No, it doesn't.
It
Has-
does.
Has to be the roller coaster.
There's not like 31 minutes. Like, I would begrudge waiting 31 minutes for something that I want to ride. So waiting 31 minutes for Flight of the Hippogriff that's going to give me incredible back pain and probably smash my nose on the front when you stop at the end. That's over in Michelle said like 45 seconds. It's not worth... There's no way I would wait 31 minutes. If I was going to ride it again, it'd have to be like 15 tops. So yeah, I'm going to go... I'll go with Tracy. I'll give it a 3. I think 31 minutes is a long time for a kiddie coaster that's over very quickly.
It is. But it's so fun to like pretend like it's the scariest ride of your life.
I'd rather go on a ride where I don't have to
But it's
pretend.
the scariest ride of your life.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Wow.
Next up, we have the queue. Tracy, please start us off.
Yes.
Where are
Well,
you at?
Just no idea where the queue is.
I assume that the queue is a bit queue and
Yeah.
may have an umbrella.
I do believe there is
there's some trees.
semi-animatronic hippogriff in the queue.
I was going to say, I don't think there's something in the queue. I can't imagine it being like a Rip Ride Rocket type queue, especially for kids. But because it's like in quite a leafy area, and you all know how much I like my leafy spaces, I am going to give this queue a 6.
Oh, wow.
I had no idea where that
Yeah.
was
Neither
going.
did I.
Okay. Michelle?
I think I'm going to give it a 4. It's in the sun a lot. There's not a lot of shade. There are fans, but again, if you're not standing right in front of the fan, you're pretty damn hot all year long. You can see Hagrid's hut, which is cool. But now that you can really see Hagrid's hut from the line
Yes.
of Hagrid's instead, that kind of detracts from what you see in the queue from Hippogriff. And I don't remember there being a second Hippogriff animatronic. I only remember the one that's actually like when you're on the ride going up the lift hill.
There might not be one in the queue. You might be right. Like I say, we haven't ridden it for so long. I have no idea.
You're leading me astray. I'm a 5 now, thanks.
5.
Is there, Chris?
You're
You're asking
asking the
Chris.
wrong person.
I really don't think there is.
I haven't ridden that in
Okay.
a long time.
Yeah,
so.
I think you're right. I think the only animatronic is on the lift hill right at the beginning. I think you're right.
Because I'm always really excited to see Buckbeak. I'm like, oh, hey, Buckbeak, you know, I love you, whatever. So if I had seen him in the queue too, it wouldn't have been as exciting. But yeah, all I remember seeing is Hagrid's hut, which again used to be a really cool sighting, but now it's meh. So for it being such a hot line and there's really nothing to see except stone, like the facade, I'm going to give it a 3. Oh, I mean a 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Lee?
I wish I'd been on it more than once in the last 11 years.
That's what she said.
I mean, I can't imagine from what I remember that there's much there. Because I imagine it to be something similar to, like, I don't think the queue's huge, but it's got to be pretty big to it. It's like 31
windy.
minutes. It's tiny, windy.
Yeah.
It's very leafy, like Tracy said. It feels very, like, it feels like it fits in with Hogsmeade. I wonder what the view of Hogsmeade is from that queue, because we're going to talk about a ride that the queue...
There's not one.
There isn't one at all.
Mm-mm.
So there's not really much.
Because it's
to
down
do.
below, like it's level ground with the level ground of Hogsmeade Castle, like
so you
Hogwarts
get on the
Castle.
attraction at ground level and go up on the ride.
Right.
Okay.
Right
Just a
before
little
you
kiddie
get to the
coaster.
ride loading platform, there's a little ramp that goes up
Yeah.
right there, but the whole rest of the queue is down low, and there is an extended queue back that quite often I skip, but there is an extended queue too, because that can have wait times over an hour.
I think I'm going to give it a 4, just purely because you're in Hogsmeade. You could probably hear some of the Hogsmeade music, and it's it's kind of fitting to what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can look up at Hogwarts.
Woo.
That's about
Okay.
it.
I was gonna go 4, but because you can get hit a lot with the sun in that ride, right? There's
Yeah.
not a lot of
Yeah.
shade. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it to a 3. I think Tracy brought up the greenery, which I like. The theming, it's the colors, aesthetics, all that kind of stuff does match the land, but any queue where you have to wait in the sun really drags it down
Yeah.
on my ranking, so I'll give it a 3.
A 3?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Last category we have here for this ride is the overall ride experience.
Way.
Lee, start us off on this one.
I knew you would. Again, the fact that we've ridden it once and once only, and we've had kids with us quite a few times when we've been. My Tracy's going to say exactly the same thing as me. She's already mentioned it there. My only lasting memory of this attraction is that stop at the end, because it is like the Mummy's bad enough. This literally just stops, bang, and if you're not ready for it, it's horrendous.
That was good.
But if you know it's coming, you know how to brace for
Yeah,
it.
but I didn't know it
It
was
was,
coming.
it was
because
the
that was
only
the-
time there was.
because that was the first time we rode it, so I had no idea it was coming.
Yeah.
God.
It's a 45-second kiddie coaster. Like a 3? I don't even want to give it a 3, but as coasters go, it's in Hogsmeade. I'm sure from the ride you can see the castle and Hogsmeade and stuff. So the views from it should be fairly good, because it's pretty high, the top of that coaster. So the views aren't so bad from it, and it's I'll give it a 3.
Okay. Tracy,
Yes,
Where are you at?
where are you at?
I'm back on the couch. I've left the umbrella behind. Yeah, this was a wonder. I mean, I would go on it again. I'm sure when I'm with one of my fairy godchildren, I will go on this ride again. I don't remember coming off, or the kids coming off going, "Oh, we've got to go on that again." It was a very generic, just little wiggly up and down and round, like caterpillar type coaster.
It's very much like Woody Woodpecker's, not
Yeah,
this coaster.
I do seem to remember it goes a little higher than the average kiddie coaster. But
Yeah.
So for that, I am going to give it a 4.
A 4.
A 4. A solid
Okay.
4.
A solid 4.
Yes.
A rock solid 4.
Yes.
All right. I will jump in here. I'm having a hard time I'm on the lower end. I feel like both of you gave really good
know, I'm
numbers
being
there.
nice.
It's just, I don't know. This ride, like you said, it's like Woody Woodpecker's, but for some reason, Woody Woodpecker's is way more enjoyable for me. I don't know if it's just the silliness of Woody Woodpecker, the vibrant colors, whatever the case may be, or that everybody was chanting Lee's name at the end of the Weekender. That could have been it too. Yeah, I'm going to give this one I'm going to go 3.5.
No.
I think you said we can do half points.
No.
You sure?
Positive.
Quarter points, though.
I could have sworn.
No.
Let's go with, I'm going to go with with 3. It may go up more once I have to start writing it more often, but let's go with 3 for now.
It's going to be a while before then, to be fair.
Yeah, hopefully they change it by then, but we'll see. Michelle.
Okay, I am going to be the oddball out, and I'm going to give it a 6.
Whoa.
Even though all of my other categories for this ride were low, the actual ride experience for this, I really enjoy. I'm always silly and laughing on this ride. I have a lot of good memories on this ride with all of my friends and family, us all being silly together. If you ride this at night with the views, with the castle lit up and Hogsmeade lit up, it's actually really pretty, like really pretty views up there.
That's good. How's the light package on this? I don't remember. Does it have any?
Not really. No. Okay. I mean, obviously the queue's lit up, but
it's all the ambient lighting around you're talking about.
Yeah, the ambient lighting, like being at the top, like the lift hill, and seeing the castle lit up from that perspective is really pretty. Okay. I always have fun on this ride. If the wait time is low enough and I'm in that area, I'm like, hey, you guys want to hop on Hippogriff real fast? And it's always, yes, let's do that.
Wow.
So I actually enjoy the ride experience as a whole. So yes, 6.
That gives it a total of 74 points. I'm very disappointed actually, because it puts it above One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish by a point.
Right, well...
No, we're not changing it.
No, the thing is, I was already... and you've jumped in because I was like...
No, you're not changing it.
No, I was going to say 4 was too high.
We're done.
And I wanted 3.
Tough.
I'm going to really score your favourite ride.
I don't know. No. This is better than One Fish, Two Fish. Come on.
No, I would ride One Fish, Two Fish.
At least it's got a little bit of a thrill factor to it.
Anyway, it doesn't need to have a thrill factor just to be good.
One Fish, Two Fish. You've not ridden One Fish, Two Fish with me then.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, at least when you're riding the other one, you get wet. Yeah. So.
Well, it sounds like I was just going to say it sounds like Michelle does on this, but whatever.
All right. We are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
I wish to go to Universal.
Right, off you go. We'll beat to the edge of the Forbidden Forest.
Where can our vacation wizards take you? Just tap the port key at portkeyvacations.com and let the magic begin.
All right, welcome back, guys. So we are now jumping into Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. This will be an interesting score. So let's start off with the facade. Now, with the facade here, we have this lovely picture showing the castle. So let's talk about real quick so we have the right rules on this. It's standing outside of the gate.
Yep, looking at the entrance.
Okay.
So is it the gate or is it...
I would say
the castle and everything,
because the castle would be the queue.
It should be everything you can see.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
While you're standing out.
So it's all the exterior.
Because when we did Cat in the Hat, remember, it wasn't just the entrance. It was like looking back and seeing the entire hat.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Tracy, why don't you start us off? Where are you at?
Yes, I will do that.
Still on the couch.
Now, the first thing I do notice is there is an umbrella, so that obviously gives it a point.
There is an umbrella as well.
And the theming is it the colors match and everything for this ride?
Yeah,
isn't it? The theming is on point for that umbrella.
I am finding the continuation of theme to be chef's kiss.
It's so facetious on this show.
Are we going to be doing top 5 umbrella soon? Is that what we're saying?
We should do. Yeah, top 5 the best land themed umbrellas.
Yeah.
That's our next segment under the umbrella. Ella.
Yeah.
Ella.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't think this is. I don't think we need to debate this. I think
as facades go, it's all right.
It's all right.
You know, I mean, they could have put some thought into it, a bit of detail.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty spectacular. Let's be honest. It's like if you see this for the first time and it doesn't take your breath away, there is something wrong with you. Whether you're a fan or not, this is magnificent. Yeah.
Just do it.
I've got to give it a 10. I've got to give it the full whack because it's just stunning.
The full whack.
Yeah. Can I give it 11 for the brolly?
No. The
I'm going to start using that term, the full whack.
Full whack. Yeah, you learn all the British phrases on here.
So, okay, 10.
10.
Since we can't do 11. I'll jump in next. Yeah, if you've never seen this, you're missing out. It's a hard 10.
That it?
Yeah. I think we're gonna have a sweep here, but yeah, I mean, what more can you say about this? Like,
There's an
it's
umbrella.
beautiful. There's an
an
umbrella, and you have a castle. Like, that's all you need in your life. And there's some cool, and the Harry Potter nerds are gonna come for me. Some gargoyles in the front.
The flying pigs.
The statues.
Flying pigs. There's
Yes.
no like special magical term for them.
I don't think so.
I'm sure
I think
there
they just,
is. What
no,
is it called?
I don't think they are. I think they just winged boars. I think the reference is winged boars in the book.
But yeah, they're not
Wing
gargoyles.
birds. There we go.
They're not gargoyles because gargoyles are actually the spout for
Yes. Anyway,
like guttering. But before guttering was guttering.
So yeah, 10. Lee, what do you think about these?
so I'm going to go a little bit beyond that. Yes, it's a 10 without a doubt. I don't believe there is an attraction, just briefly off the top of my head, that even touches this as far as facades go in either park. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that does. Maybe one, maybe. I'll be interested when we get to that one, actually. But it's Hogwarts. It's literally a physical representation of what's in the books. And I love that no one's mentioned the actual entrance sign that I think's on one of those stone pillars.
Yes.
It's got the same effect that the Tower of Terror has on it, where it like fades. It's got like like twinkly lights that say Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, but then underneath I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. It's perfect, quite honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Michelle?
I mean, obviously, I agree. I'm a Harry Potter nerd, so it's obviously a 20 for me, but the full whack 10 for sure.
20.
The
full whack.
I mean, walking up and seeing the castle is just one of the most magnificent experiences ever for any Harry Potter fan. And even if you're not, like you said before, you cannot. There's no way to not be blown away by this facade.
Absolutely.
And then like the actual entrance of like walking through the gates with those creatures on top that are massive, and then the sign itself, the light up sign that Lee mentioned. I really, really love like just standing there and kind of watching that fade in and fade out. It's
cool.
super cool. Yeah, so 10 out of 10. It's amazing.
It really is.
Yeah. 100%. All right. Next up, we have the story. Lee, start us off on the story.
The story for Forbidden Journey. So we're talking about the whole thing, aren't we? Because it's weird. I get from a point of view that...
Just want to clarify. What are we talking? The story from this gate before you
The ride
enter?
story.
The whole
everything.
ride story. Right, okay.
So the whole thing goes from, like I said earlier, that Hogsmeade has been opened up by Dumbledore to allow Muggles to come in and obviously get a tour of the castle. So that's great. You know, you get a tour through Hogwarts. You get to see the Defense Against the Dark Arts room. You get to see the Gryffindor Common room. You get to see the portrait gallery, Dumbledore's office. Then it's very much a game of two halves when it comes to story, because the story of the ride itself, like the actual ride, is kind of It's like, oh, we're going to take you on a magical ride, but it just happens that we've got a Quidditch match going on, there's Dementors about, plus there's a dragon on the loose. So it's very much a greatest hits. The story, there isn't much of one at that point.
So like it builds up to a certain point and then it kind of washes out.
And then the story is just like, oh, we're just going to chuck you on an enchanted bench because that's what Harry, Ron and Hermione do. And then beyond that point...
Well, they intercepted the tour.
Yes.
Right. So they took over, they cloaked themselves and came in where they weren't supposed to. And they said, come on, we're going to sneak you in and show you like the real stuff. And that's why all that stuff happens, is because they took you into areas you weren't supposed to go to.
Nerd.
Proud Harry Potter nerd.
I'm going to give it... Let me scroll up.
Are you sure?
I'm going to give it a 6.
Too low. Oh my god.
Okay.
I love the story leading up to the ride. The story of the ride itself's kind of just It's like we will talk about another attraction very similar in another park at some point, and it's very similar, but the story for that is far better than this. We'll get to that at that other point. This kind of, the first half's really good, and then the last bit's kind of just So I'm giving it a 6 because of that.
Okay, Chris, you have to let me go so I can debate.
Wow. I will allow it.
Oh, see,
I'm raising my hand. I'm Hermione right now.
Please debate.
Okay, so like I said, the story, it does go together because the three, icons of the stories, they kind of intercept the tour and they get you into trouble, which is part of the entire franchise, right? Every single movie is those three doing something that gets themselves into trouble. And so that's what they've done. They've taken you into that storyline of, hey, we're going to kind of break a little rule and we're going to get you into trouble in the process. And then, so once they make you start flying, of course you're going to run into trouble because that's what happens when you're with Harry and Ron and Hermione.
Can I just say then that those three are the biggest pack of going, that they're like, right? Because they're like, oh, these hapless muggles that we've allowed to come into Hogwarts, why don't we chuck you on this bench and we're going to drag you past a dragon, on the Quidditch pitch, past some Dementors, past the Whomping Willow, plus past some Acromantula, potentially kill you, but you'll be all right in the end because we always are.
They didn't know all that stuff was going to happen. They didn't know. That's just Harry, Ron, and Hermione. They're like, this is just a little adventure. We're trying to help the community as a whole. And then they just find danger. So you were like, oh crap, Hagrid, you lost your dragon? What? Okay, here's the dragon. Well, then you're running away from the dragon and you're all of a sudden the Dementors are showing up in the Quidditch game. You're like, well, now there's Dementors we have to get away from. And then Hermione's like, come into the Forbidden Forest, but be careful of the spiders and watch out for the Whomping Willow. Like, okay, now we're battling a giant tree.
Yeah, she knew that was there, though. She knew that was there. She knew those spiders were there. So you can't argue that they didn't know that was going to happen. I'll give you the Dementors. I'll give you the dragon. They knew Whomping Willow, spiders, so them.
But they're trying to hide you from the Dementors. So I don't know. I just feel like it's a classic Harry Potter sequence of events.
I'll agree with you.
It's what happens.
But I'm still sticking with a 6.
For me, I'm giving it a 10.
What?
I love the story.
Wow.
I love the story. I love it.
We're going to have a debate when we get into the other park because, okay.
But this is not a comparison episode.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm not comparing. I'm ranking just this one, and I think it's a 10. And I love at the end how, Harry finds us again. He's like, okay, I got you. We're good. We made it. We go back into the castle and everybody's like, yay, good job. You're welcome back anytime.
So your argument is that this is the best story on any attraction at Universal Orlando.
I didn't say that. I can give other rides a 10 as well.
Okay. But I think there's a better one than this, so I can't give this a 10, even if I thought it was that good, because I know there's an attraction with a much better storyline than this one. In fact, I know there's multiple stories better than this.
Anyway. Spoiler alert, Fast and Furious.
To be fair, anyway.
No, there's others I would give a 10. There are others I would give a 10. So.
All right, let me jump in here before we spend an entire hour debating about this. I kind of look. I think both of you bring up a really good point. I kind of agree with Lee, where it's really cool because the queue has stuff going on. It's kind of building up the story, and then you get to the ride, and it does kind of wash out. But then, Michelle, you brought up a good point about you're getting into the antics of what we always do, and then I get that. My only problem or gripe is that I think they try for too much, too fast in a short span. And that's what kind of just makes it feel like a greatest hits rather than a story that's just flowing through. But because you brought up that point, I will go 1 point higher and I will give it a 7.
Okay.
All right.
Tracy.
Yes.
Please round us out and tell us, where are you at?
I'm intrigued, actually.
You stop talking way too soon. I'm sitting here having battles.
I've got Hunter in my ear going, it's just the greatest hits attraction though.
But
Oh
you
my
can't
God.
have,
Right.
like, isn't that kind of necessary?
Doesn't need to be.
No, I mean, look at
Let's not. Let's
Escape
not.
from Gringotts.
No. Let's just leave it.
Well, anyway, you're all wrong.
Tell us the truth.
You're all wrong. It's not a game. It's not the game.
Game of Thrones.
It's not a ride of 2 halves. It's a ride of 3 halves. Look, my
Figuring
degree.
out the maths on this.
My degree is
Yeah,
not in
English.
maths.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the queue line is split in 2. There's a section that can be bypassed. You do not have to go through the conservatory and the Professor Sprout's area. So you've got...
But we're not talking about the queue. We're talking about the story.
But it's all part of the story.
true.
So hush your mouth and let me speak. So, as we've said, we've got this amazing journey before you get to your ride vehicle, which is you are experiencing the story. You are walking through the books with everything that happens. You know, you see Sirius in the fireplace, and you've got what's she called? Gryffindor's woman.
Miss Gryffindor.
Gryffindor's woman, the fat lady.
The fat lady,
Gryffindor
thank
has
you.
a man.
Yeah.
No, she was about the fat lady.
The fat lady. You've
The
got
fat lady.
You've got your portraits and like everything you were saying. So you've got all of that. If you end up in the extended queue, you get a little more of the story, but this is all side quests, if you like, that aren't important to the actual story. So that's your second half. And then your third half is
The ride.
I was thinking, is the ride itself, which I agree. It's kind of like it feels a little disjointed because
There's no story.
You've had this floor, and it is yes, it's a greatest hits, but the word greatest is in there because it'd be boring if there were just like if you went just past a table where they're drinking butterbeer and the 3 broomsticks, or
I don't know.
you know, Harry's under his invisibility cloak, so you don't actually see him.
Say something
You know.
else there. Anyway.
So when you are hitting the greatest hits, you are hitting
Yeah, I know.
some really high points. And
But it's not a story, is it? Just because you're going.
but they have
from
made a
dragon
story
to-
because you're on an enchanted bench and you're supposed to be doing this one thing that I've forgotten what it is because
What do you mean?
My brain-
You're not supposed to be doing anything.
why are we on a bench
And
then?
Because Hermione's a.
And it's lost its way. The bench has gone astray.
I mean,
There's the pack of
yeah.
So Hermione's a terrible witch then in the end. She's supposed to be the brightest of her kind and she's managed to enchant this bench and it doesn't even know what it's doing.
Anyway,
True.
imposter syndrome.
I think.
It would have made more sense for Ron to enchant the bench.
Yes. I expect more from Hermione Granger.
That is very true. I'll give you that, Lee. I never thought about that.
you see, you know why? It's because Hagrid's got the umbrella.
Maybe. That would have made much more sense actually if it had been Ron.
So I think it's a pretty solid storyline. I think you are getting a more or less true to the books and the movie experience as you're going through. So I'm going to give it an 8.
Wow.
Yay.
Next up, we have is it worth the average wait? Now this I really want to argue with because it says 35 minutes here.
That
I
seems
feel
low.
like I've never seen that at 35. But
You are kidding
we have to
me.
go
I was
on
going
that.
to say the
You
last
are
few years
kidding
though.
me. I have never seen that above about 30 minutes when we've been over the last 3 times.
Yeah, since Hagrid's
Again,
opened.
I'm a weekend warrior. It's on the weekends.
yeah.
It's just always way higher. I guess during the weekday, sure.
I can't
So we'll
remember.
go off the premise of
I can't
35
remember exactly where I got these from, but if
I think wasn't it waittimes.com or something like that?
I'm trying to find it now and I can't. If you go back and listen to the last one, I did mention it in there, but I can't find the actual site I got it off. I have found another one, q-times.com. I thought it was that actually, and that's got it. It's changed because obviously it will change if they're updating it all the time. It currently has it down at what we
It's
talking
at
about.
15 minutes right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's never got a long wait anymore.
Now that Hagrid's is there in that same area.
Okay.
What we're talking about again? What attraction is it?
Wait time.
Forbidden Journey.
Forbidden Journey.
I can't find it. Anyway.
All right.
Please continue.
Well, I'll start us off on this one. 35 minutes. I think it's absolutely worth that wait. I will give it a 9. I'll give it a 9. I think for what you get story-wise, going through the queue, going through the ride, and it being, at one time and point, a brand new ride type system, and I still think it's pretty awesome. I think it's worth it. I don't want to give it a 10 because I can find a flaw somewhere. So 9.
Okay.
Tracy,
Yes.
where are you at?
Still on the couch. Okay. So 35 minutes? Yeah. I'll hop in that line. I think that's a fair, drink in your hand, grab a butterbeer. I know I don't drink them, but grab a butterbeer. That's enough time to drink.
I'm not sure whether you'd be allowed to take a butterbeer in the line with that, to be fair. Because you're going inside.
Chug your butterbeer. The sugar rush will get you through the line.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to go that we're getting the extended queue and I will get the full line. So I'll have 35 minutes. It maybe
We're
won't
talking
be.
about the wait time, not the queue.
Yeah, I know, but at that point, even so, you are still walking through some areas where that sun, if it's out in a full strength, it's going to beat down on you.
Oh, that
Right.
greenhouse is a nightmare.
And if you're going through the greenhouse as well, that's horrendous.
But if it's a 35-minute wait, you're probably not going through the greenhouse.
But even if you are, you're walking straight through it.
You're walking through it. But that's to be considered. If you're in the outdoor portions, even though that's under glass, if you're in I'm classed as an outdoor portion, there is no shade, and that comes into it. I'm just weighing up, but yeah, I'm going with Chris, and I'll give it a 9. It's losing that 1 point because there's a little too much outdoor unshaded areas.
No,
if you're outdoors.
No, I don't know what you're missing the point at that point. You're rating how much that ride's worth a 35-minute wait.
That's just a 9, straight off.
Okay.
Let's see. Michelle.
I will give it a 10.
Of course you will.
I would 100% ride that ride if it's a 35-minute wait. There's always, even waiting 35 minutes, there's always something awesome to look at. So it doesn't feel like you're waiting for 35 minutes. So yes, 100% worth it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Lee?
This one's a difficult one for me because we don't ride it a lot anymore because it makes me ill, quite honestly. Those screen parts are horrendous now. But 35 minutes for this is nothing. But I wouldn't give it it would make me, if we were like, I want to go and ride Forbidden Journey and it's sort of 35 minutes, I'd be like, I'd have to think about it. So I'm stuck between 8 and 9 at this point. I mean, it is worth it. If I don't come off feeling green, it's a 9. If I come off it feeling green, then it was an 8.
Wow.
See,
you coming off feeling green, it's you.
So I took
it's not the ride's fault necessarily.
a hint of someone else. I close my eyes generally on the screen parts now just to not take the risk anymore. And I do love, we're probably going to talk about it a bit more. I'll give it a 9. I think 35 minutes is nothing, is it? To walk into Universal Orlando and the wait time for any attraction be 35 minutes, it's not bad really, is it?
Right.
I'll give it a 9.
Okay, next up we have the queue. And Tracy, I'll let you start us off because you kind of were hinting at the queue on the last one. And there is a lot to talk about. Mm-hmm. So start us off. Where are you at?
Yes, I need to start with that is where I need to start because I've got to keep that going. Honestly, for me, the queue, it's because normally it's like the queue's just something to get to the ride, but this queue is very much part of the ride. It's the whole experience.
Without a doubt, I think it was.
And some parts of it are much better than the ride.
It was the first real attraction where we got I mean, ET kind of did it, I suppose, first, but
It's a type of queue that if you do end up stuck in it for quite some time, you're not bored because there's always something to look at. And like I've said with everything else, you're living the story at this point. Even, I mean, the most boring part is going through the greenhouse because it's literally just ramps up and there's not a lot going on in there until you get to the top part and you walk through it with the mandrakes. I'm just trying to think if I have another queue that I like more.
even if you don't,
And
you don't have to
I know.
give it
I'm
a
just.
10.
It's probably one of the best queues I've ever been in my life because you could spend all day just slowly taking your time and taking everything in and listening to everything. There is so much in there. And we probably haven't heard every soundbite or seen every little thing.
The fact that they used to do the castle tour to just do the line speaks volumes for it.
Which we have done. Yeah. I am giving it a 10.
Okay. Solid.
Yes.
Lee.
So yes, Tracy is right. It is probably the best queue on property. I can't think of anything that's better than it. But I can't, in all good conscience, give it 10 because that greenhouse section is horrendous. If it's a long wait and you're stuck in that outside greenhouse section, there's nothing in there. How many times have we said, I wish they'd just put some animatronic plants in that thing? There's nothing in there at all to keep your attention, and it's the worst switchbacks because it does that where you think the switchbacks are going in one direction and then you get to the next bit and they're going in the opposite direction. So you think, oh, we're only like, the entrance is to the building's just there, but it's probably another 40 switchbacks before you actually get to it. So just purely because of that greenhouse section, I'll give it a 9.
Okay. I was going to have Michelle go next, but I just want to piggyback off of what Lee's saying. I agree. So Tracy mentioned how amazing the queue is, and I agree with her. I do agree that the greenhouse does kind of bring it down, but I feel like the rest of the queue is so damn good that it just makes up for that greenhouse. And you can get blasted a little bit with the sun in certain parts of the greenhouse, but there's still a cover. So if it wasn't for that cover, it would have knocked down to a 9, but I'm leaving it at 10.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just put 10 down for Michelle now because you can tell you what she's going to do 10 for everything.
Yeah, go ahead. It's a 10. I even like the greenhouse. I don't get to see it very often. I don't know. I really haven't been routed out that way in a very long time. But last time I do remember like over in the side area, once you get kind of up to the top, there are some plants and things to look at over there. That's where you see the mandrakes.
Yeah, but they don't do anything. They just
sometimes they make noise and stuff. I do remember more recently they were static, though they weren't.
I think that might have been Chris stood behind you making mandrake noises.
That could be.
It was.
It was.
I don't know. I like that greenhouse area. I think it's like a good respite from like the rest of it, and it's cool just to see another part of Hogwarts that you know and love from the books and the movies. And I've never really experienced it being too hot, even with that greenhouse cover. It tends to filter the light, and there's huge fans in there, so I've never really been hot in there. And it is nice to have an outdoor queue that also shields you from the rain.
Were you drunk? Maybe is that
why you think it's really hot?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I think Florida's hot as hell, period. But yeah,
maybe because I don't go in the dead of summer usually.
Yeah,
I'll let you know next week.
Something weird about that area that just I haven't been in there in forever because, like you said, it's the extended area. But the little parts of the brain that remember that is like, yeah, it was hot.
Oh yeah, I don't remember it being hot at all. I don't know, but the entire experience, like from beginning to end, is wonderful and so immersive. And like, there's so many details. I've been on that ride so many times, and every time, no matter if I'm in the express or the regular queue, there's still little details that I find that I didn't see before. So I love it. It's It's amazing. And even when you go in the express queue, so the express queues for a lot of attractions make you miss a lot of details.
Yes.
This one, however, even when you go up the express queue, up that back corridor staircase, they've even like built that out with some of the like a bunch of talking paintings.
That's the
and
one
things
we went
that
through
you
first.
don't. Yeah, so you don't feel like you're missing out on anything. So
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
point.
I love it.
Okay.
All right. Now, rounding us out, the overall ride experience. Lee, why don't you start us off on this one?
I wish you hadn't put me on this first.
I can change it. I mean, it's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So
If you want to think, okay, go ahead.
No. I know already. It's weird, isn't it? Because when this first came out, it was groundbreaking. It was amazing. It was the new hotness. Like everyone was raving about it. Never done like a Kuka arm on a moving track. It still blows my mind. I still can't get my head round how those carousel things work. It's crazy. It is an amazing attraction, even to this day, even though it's nowhere near as popular as it was when it first opened. The movement that you get is phenomenal. I mean, it sounds like we're going to get something very similar in Epic Universe. For I believe it's the Monsters attraction is going to be another Kuka arm thing in there. But those screens are horrible. It does make me sick. The reason, I would say half the reason I was ill getting off Hagrid's the first time was from riding Forbidden Journey like 10 minutes beforehand. Because I came off that feeling not well. It was actually Robin that was like, it makes me ill. Just I close my eyes on the screen parts now, which I do, which for me personally, obviously detracts from the attraction because I'm missing half of it. Because I'm having to close my eyes it's either a case of I don't ride it or I do what I need to do to get through it. And to be fair, the physical sections are probably the best sections.
Yeah. And plus, if you've been on it multiple times, you can close your eyes and remember what's happening anyway.
You can, by the sound, you know what's going on. It's a tough one. I think I've still got to give it an 8. I can't give it 10 just purely because, like I say, I can't experience that attraction fully now. I mean, I might be able to, but the last time I rode it with my eyes open on the screens, I was ill, and I just haven't risked it since then. Not even with Dramamine. So, yeah, I think I can only give it an 8. It is cool. I do like it. I just wish it.
You got to give it another good full go though. Like after you've had a good meal and you're not right after a meal, but like that way you had just arrived, you were jet lagged, you hadn't been hydrated, you hadn't eaten well. You already weren't feeling well before you got on the ride, and that just exacerbated it. So you need to give it another shot.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Tracy, you know, I'm much better on stuff. I've ridden stuff now that I would never have attempted before, and I'm all right with them now. So maybe I would be, but as of right now, it's an 8.
Okay. Michelle.
Do you really need to ask?
11, got it.
It's a 10. It never gets old for me. Does it need an update? Yeah. Like they do need to fix some spots on the screens and the film itself. Like it needs to be updated and refurbed. But I love this ride. I will never skip riding it. It's so fun every single time I come off the ride smiling ear to ear. There's really nothing about it that I don't like. I didn't like getting stuck at the Whomping Willow that one time. But other than that, I love it. I love it from beginning to end. So yeah, 10.
Fair enough.
Okay. Tracy.
Yes.
Where are you at?
Where are you at?
Well, I'm currently in the kitchen.
No, you're not.
Well, just nobody could see, you know. Could have gone along with it. Yeah. So taking on board what Lee and Michelle have said. It's funny because I keep rating this so high, yet I can't remember the last time we actually rode it.
The weekend trip was the last time we went on it.
I don't remember doing it.
Yeah, we did.
I'm just saying we may have done, but I don't remember doing it.
Because it was dead. I think we waited like 15 minutes for it.
Okay. Wasn't it late?
No, it was early.
Oh.
It was before lunch.
Okay, then. Yeah, I mean, as an overall experience, this is amazing. It's yeah, I do like it. I think the reason we don't ride it is because of Lee, and that's not, I'm not dissing Lee or anything. It's just one of those things. But something Michelle said is what's going to knock at least one mark off, which is
one mark off. Oh no!
Yeah, and it's the screens need an updating, and a few things do need updating, and that does detract from the enjoyment for me, because the screens are fuzzy, and that makes me feel ill. Not in the same way Lee does, but it almost induces a headache in me, that when I got off the ride, it's gone, but I'll have a headache during those screen moments.
I've never heard you complain about that.
Yeah, that's because you don't listen.
That's true.
Probably because I get off and I'm fine. It's literally just during that moment. So for that, I'm giving it a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, still
yeah,
up there.
still solid. Yeah.
Speaking about those little moments, though, really fast. So I've ridden this ride so much that it's become one of the rides that I actually am able to like rest my eyes on a little bit. So during the screen parts, because like that's the parts where you're actually like simulating the most motion and the air is blowing on your face and everything, it's actually a really good time to just like lean your head over and take a little snooze for a couple of seconds.
Wow.
So during the screen,
Wow.
that's probably why it doesn't bother me that much, because I'm
asleep.
just chilling. Like I just love it. Try it next time. Take a little nappy nap on Forbidden Journey.
The number 10 ride. Take a nap on it. Got it.
No, you have to open your eyes during the real scenes.
Oh.
So you've got to set an alarm for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
No, you can hear when it's time to open your eyes.
Not if you're
If you're
asleep. You can't.
sleepy. All right. Let me wrap this up here on this ride. I think you all brought up fantastic points. It's weird because it is like anybody that were to go to Universal, I'd recommend go ride this ride. Like it's cool. And I think Lee, you brought this up where when it came out, like that Kuka arm was industry, it just blew away the industry.
Yeah.
Like then a lot of people started using that, but at the time it was just phenomenal. And even the ride itself, I think the screens even at that time were state of the art. Ride opened in 2010, so we're 14 years later.
Yeah.
And I think because of the advancement of technology, screen technology in particular, people have state of the art at home now, right?
Yeah.
And so when you're used to seeing 4K, 8K, HDR, all these different types of screens, when you go to see something that is of a lower grade, it really feels old. Like that's like really old. And I think that's what this ride suffers from when you talk about the screens.
Yeah, even in the same park, you've got Spider-Man that had that 4K upgrade in 2012.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's true. I understand with this one, it's a little bit different because it's like that circular kind of type of screen. So it's hard to make that very, I guess pixel dense and very sharp.
Yeah.
So, you have to cut it some slack, but even with cutting it slack, it's like, it's still, if you write it, it's blurry. Like to most people, it looks blurry.
Yes.
So I think that really does kind of knock it down. And I don't remember the last time I wrote it, not because I don't like writing it, but because the wait times were usually higher on the weekends. And I'm like, no. So I'm going to give it, a 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I love the ride. I think it's great. But I mean, if I take everything into account, like I would, well, I won't get into what I'd rather ride, but 7.
Okay. That gives it a total of 181 out of 200.
How far ahead is that of everything else?
It puts it at number 1.
No, Sherbet.
47 points above Cat in the Hat.
Only 47 points above Cat in the Hat?
Yes.
Wow.
Huh.
Interesting. Okay.
Now we come up to our last ride.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. And this is Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure. And let's start off with the facade. Who started last time? Let's see. Tracy, you started the facade. Michelle, you did it before.
You go.
Okay, I'll start it off. So the facade, and if you're a newer listener or don't really go to Universal very much or didn't know, this used to be the home of dueling dragons. And if you ever saw that facade, it's beautiful. This facade, it's a cement wall that has an arch that is, it looks like a rock wall. You could easily pass this ride and never know it's there.
Yeah.
Especially when they close the ride off, or it's just nobody would even ask, "Oh, is this open?" Because there's not a lot going on there, and you have to look at it from the outside, so you can't really see the inside. That'll be a different category here. So there's not much going on. I don't know. I'll give it a. What did I give the other one? Hold on.
You give it 1.
I gave it a 1. I'm not going to go to 1 on this one because at least the rocks are connected. And I just realized, is that umbrella closed or there's no umbrella?
There is an umbrella there normally.
There
are several umbrellas there now.
Okay.
There's one to the right there if you look on that picture.
That's right. There's multiple umbrellas. I'll give it a 4.
Okay.
Let's see. My umbrella sister, Tracy.
Yes.
Where you at?
I'm embracing it now. I don't mind it.
Back of the couch.
Back of the couch?
I've fallen.
She was in the kitchen, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I expected this to be a quick episode, by the way, guys. We're only doing 3 attractions. We're like an hour and 10 minutes in.
Well, it looks like a stone wall. It has an umbrella. It also has a pumpkin.
The umbrella's not part of the facade.
It also has a pumpkin.
Where?
Which there's a pumpkin.
Where?
Down by the umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
Pumpkin and
That's
umbrella.
not part of the facade.
The umbrella has a friend, so that gives it an extra point.
It's not part of the facade.
I do like the arch entrance because it's very Gothic English architecture.
It's beautiful. It really is.
It's very reminiscent of like a stone lich gate that you'd find at an old church.
Yes.
And I like how the notice boards, if you like, they are also steepled. And I like architecture. And I know that this isn't real stonework or anything like that, but I do think it is absolutely gorgeous. It's that weird thing of, it's a beautiful entrance, but it hides the ride. But I also like that because it's a surprise if you don't know what's behind there. But yes, people can just walk past like they did in the other park with
Chris.
Shh.
Yeah. With
the other one.
The other one.
That was a whole area, though.
Yeah, the whole area.
Just the whole land.
Oh, is there something in there?
I think this is actually very attractive, and I am going to give this a 6.
What?
I like architecture. Leave me alone.
Jesus.
Okay. I'll give you that, Tracy. I think the Gothic kind of medieval-ish stonework kind of looks cool, but still sticking to 4. But you brought up some good points. Hearing his abrupt yell at the moment, let's go over to Lee and see what he thinks.
I mean, I agree with Tracy. The arch is gorgeous. But to me, the entrance and the facade of an attraction should be screaming, "Hey, come and have a look at me. You really want to come through here and ride this ride?" This goes, "Hey, come and have a look at what I'm here. You might like what's behind me." Right? It doesn't scream arguably one of the best rides in the park. Right?
Which is crazy considering it
come
has
here
the
and
longest...
try this. Don't tell your parents.
I mean, it's doing something, right? Because the damn ride is always busy.
That's what I said.
It's beckoning in people somehow.
But people...
I doubt it from the facade.
I think people just know it's there.
Yeah. I agree with you.
I certainly can't give it a 6. I do like it. It is beautiful. It fits in, but it doesn't do enough. Like, you can barely even make out the fact that it says Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure on the front of it. So I'm going to go... I agree with Chris. I think it's a 4.
Woo woo. All right, Michelle.
Okay, so
10.
let's talk about this. I too like how ornate it is. I love all like the little squiggly vines on it. I like the little man's face thing at the top. I like that gothic vibe. I'm torn on whether or not I like that it hides the ride itself. Because the ride, I mean, it's supposed to be in the Forbidden Forest. You're really not supposed to be able to see it.
True, but we're not talking about real life at this point. It's still an attraction at the end of the day.
I know. I'm working it out. I don't like the entrance and how crowded it is there. And like with the way they've done the locker systems, and it really because the entryway is so tiny, it gets really congested in there, which also detracts from like the entrance and the archway itself. It just feels like a big cluster F under there.
That's a really good point. If it is that busy, you won't see the entrance because there's just a myriad of people hanging around out there.
There's always just tons of people hanging out, and there's there's probably 6 or 7 team members that have to stand out there just to direct people of where to go, how to get into the ride and which line they should be in, and blah, blah, blah. So it is a bit of a cluster in there. However, if we take away the people and we're just looking at the facade,
that would be nice.
I will too give it a 6 because I do like the ornateness of the actual it's not just an arch. Like there's that whole triangular thing pointing up at the top. It's pretty.
It is pretty.
It's pretty at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we have the story. Tracy,
Yes.
would you like to start us off?
No.
Okay.
There's not much of a story.
You're being invited by Hagrid to a Care of Magical Creatures lesson, I guess.
What do you mean you guess?
Because
Why would you be on his bike?
I guess I'm thinking too far back. I'm thinking of literally going through the gate. Because your story should start the second you walk through that arch. And there isn't much of a story until you actually get on the motorbike. You're walking through disjointed rooms, to be fair.
Rooms that
They're
don't
amazing.
really exist in the books or anything either.
Some of the rooms are amazing, but we'll get to that in the queue. So that's kind of, I've been bogged down with that because I'm walking through.
Yeah.
But when you first enter the building, you go through that video that tells you the story if it's working.
Exactly.
Yeah, the pre-show bit with
Mr.
Weasley.
Once it's been working, and we were with a group and we didn't get to see it.
No, to be fair, normally we don't go through the normal queue.
No, to be fair, we don't.
Let's just leave it at that.
If you get to see that tells you the whole story.
Yeah, I know. I think we've only ever watched it once, you're right.
But moving forward and actually getting on the ride, then, you get your story when you're doing your slow moving bits and everything. And it's a very simple premise. It's, as I say, it's just a lesson.
It's a theme park attraction, like
it is.
How much do they need to be?
But it's quite cute. And you get to see Hagrid. So I am going to give the story a 5.
Okay.
Just to add to that, it's kind of funny. I'm looking up the story just so we have like an official thing here. The attraction takes Muggles on a journey through the Forbidden Forest, coming face to face with magical creatures of the Wizarding World on a motorcycle, and you'll see animals, basically. What is funny here is that Universal's press release information describes it as a, quote, story coaster.
Yes.
Yet we're having trouble here trying to give it that, story narrative.
I think you'll actually find that when they promoted this, they actually said it was the world's first story coaster.
Interesting.
I have no trouble understanding the story.
Well, good for you.
We'll just put you down as 10. Got it.
But I've seen the full pre-show in its glory, so maybe that helped. I don't know.
Okay. I will. I'll go next. I will just Tracy. I'm going to go with Tracy on this. I'll put it as a 5. It's not bad. It's not great. It's you're checking out magical creatures and riding around on a motorcycle. It's not a huge plot going on, really. You don't get yourself into too much trouble like you do in most other rides. So yeah, 5. I'll leave it at neutral. Let's see. Lee.
Again, it's a very simple premise for a story, isn't it? It's just like I wish I could that we'd seen that pre-show a little bit more, because in my head there's no reason for you to be on the bike and sidecar. There obviously is, and it's explaining
And
that.
that's what you see in that story.
I just can't remember what it is. But again, it's a very similar storyline to Forbidden Journey, quite honestly. In fact, it's virtually the same, just in a slightly different location. And I gave that a 6. So I guess I've got to give this a 6 as well, quite honestly. So I'm going to give it a 6. It's very fitting in with Hogsmeade and what's going on in there, inviting you to a wizarding class, magical creatures and all of that. And yeah.
Okay, since I'm next, I'm going to read you the pre-show. Like it tells you the entire pre-show. This is from Wikipedia, and it's a very good rendition of it. So, Rubius Hagrid will take Muggles on a very special Care of Magical Creatures class and has acquired the help of Arthur Weasley to tinker with Hagrid's motorbike, whose original owner is mentioned to be Sirius Black, in an attempt to duplicate it in order to take Muggles to the edge of the Forbidden Forest. After Arthur successfully duplicates the motorbike, Fang, Hagrid's pet boarhound, releases Cornish pixies that were covered in their cage and start to wreak havoc by taking Arthur's wand, burning the duplicate motorbike, and then blowing it up. Arthur then casts Aguamenti to put down the flames and sprays Muggles with waters before Hagrid departs to wait for them. Arthur then tells Muggles that he will try to duplicate the motorbike again at the stables, where there is plenty of space to do so, and departs with the original motorbike following him before casting Reparo on it.
So basically you're on the bike because that's how he's going to take you to the edge of the Forbidden Forest to meet all the creatures. Okay.
But obviously, because Arthur Weasley is the one that's doing the duplication, something's going to go wrong, right? And that's why they end up kind of going crazy and taking you actually into the forest where you're not supposed to be.
I'm happy with my 6 still then.
Yeah.
So
with that being said, Michelle.
That being said, I give it a 10 because I got lucky enough to, again, I was there for opening day and the second opening day of this ride. I was able to see the pre-show in its glory when it was fully functional and see the entire show. There's a couple of other renditions of it that they sometimes show, or they don't show it at all. But from the very beginning of my experience with this ride, I've understood the story, and it does make sense, and it does track. Okay. So I'm giving it a 10.
Okay.
All right. This next one, see how this goes.
Yeah.
So this actual wait time. So the next category is worth the average wait time. It says here 90 minutes. That makes sense. It's pretty much 90 minutes most of the time.
Yes.
I'm gonna let Michelle. I'm gonna let you start us off because I feel like this is pebbles compared to what you would wait for this.
But it's still a long wait. 90 minutes is still a long wait.
You've waited 7 hours. You can't say 90 minutes is a walk in the park.
You can't go backwards here.
No, you can't. Absolutely not. If you're prepared to wait 7 hours for it, 90 minutes is like absolutely every time 10 out of 10.
But I wouldn't do 7 hours every single dang time. That was just to experience being able to say I was there opening day.
Twice.
What kind of Harry Potter fan are you?
I'm in a unique position because I am blessed enough to have ridden this ride a lot. I'm going next week with my sister. Again, I have not taken her before. She's never been to Universal. Will I wait 90 minutes with someone who's never ridden it? Absolutely. For myself, if it's just myself and like my kids who we've all been blessed enough to ride it a lot, would I wait 90 minutes? Probably not. So I'm torn.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because it all comes down to real personal opinion on this one. How much is that ride worth waiting 90 minutes for?
Is it okay? So is it just for me? Is it worth for me to wait, or am I advising others?
No, it's for you.
Is it worth it for them to wait?
No, this is. We are answering this question for ourselves. That's the point.
For ourselves. I'm going to say 8.
What? Wow.
Because I would, if I didn't really have anything else I wanted to go do, then I would, but I wouldn't jump at it either.
Yeah. I don't think we've waited longer than an hour for this. Maybe 70 minutes. But we didn't know it was 70 minutes at the time.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember
that. Was the night with Andy and Thomas and that lot.
See, most times I go, it's 120.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. Tracy.
Yes.
Where art thou?
Still on the couch.
On the couch.
On the couch. Yeah. Still on couch. Yeah. I've got another factor to take into this. Standing for me is painful.
That's very true. So that does play into this.
It very much plays into it. And if it's planned, to be honest, if it's a cooler day or an overcast day, I can stand longer as well. Because you're not then, you haven't got the sun beating down you as well. This is a difficult one.
It is.
Because as we've said, we haven't really queued for it.
So what I will say is, right, this is the attraction. This attraction is the reason that I put this topic in.
Uh-huh. You see, if it was an hour, and it had been a while since we'd ridden it, I'd be like, cool, grab a drink, grab a snack, as long as I've got somewhere to lean.
Like we did with Claire.
Yeah, that's fine. Chew the fat, chew the food, and
chew the scenery.
But 90 minutes.
It's a long time.
Is I can't even sit for 90 minutes, really.
Well, that's good because you wouldn't be. You'd be standing.
Yeah. You are keeping moving. I know
it's a tough one.
It really is because we haven't done it either. So I don't.
No, like I say,
but you've ridden the ride, so would you wait 90 minutes for that ride?
So no is the answer because we've seen it at 80 minutes and gone, no, it's too long. So it's like
how much is it worth that?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's not an easy one.
It's really not easy.
I say, that's why I put it in.
What have we had? Who's said what so far?
Just Michelle. Put an 8.
Put an 8. It's definitely not an 8. It is a good ride, but is it worth a 90-minute wait? I'm gonna give it a 6. So slightly higher than average, or not neutral.
Okay.
Neutral, chaotic.
All right. I'll go next, and I'm gonna pull a page out of Tracy's book of interpreting things differently. I will right off the bat. I'll tell you it's a 10. And the question is Hagrid's worth the average wait of 90 minutes? It is absolutely worth the average wait of 90 minutes. Not will I wait 90 minutes, but it is worth the wait of 90 minutes.
Right. That's why I asked Lee, is it worth it to other people or is it worth it to me?
No, that's what we're asking. We are answering this. You're not answering it for other people. We're ranking these. So we're rating it. How much is that wait worth it to you?
Is the ride worth the wait? That's how I'm reading this.
Yeah,
right?
that's what
to
it is.
you.
It is worth 90 minutes.
To you.
Will I wait? Okay, but let me check. Whose turn is it right now? Oh, it's mine. That's right. So, would I wait?
You know, you haven't been on for 3 weeks, Chris. Do you want to make that permanent?
Oi!
Oi, villainy.
Tracy, where are you at?
I'm going for the mallet. Don't worry.
Thank you. If I had never ridden this ride, would I wait 90 minutes? Absolutely. Heartbeat.
Yeah.
Had I ridden it and you want to go ride it again? 90 minutes. It's a toss up. If I'm with somebody else, yes. My average that I would, maybe an hour.
Yes.
But I believe the ride is worth 90 plus minutes because it's that good of a ride.
Yes.
To do so. So that I'm interpreting the question that way because it doesn't say, will I wait 90 every time? The answer would that would be no.
See, then
But
I would have given
still
it a
give-
10 if I were interpreting it that way. Because
No.
should everybody experience this and should they even wait 3 hours for it? Yes. But will I at this point? No.
And that's the question. How much out of 10 is that ride to you worth waiting 90 minutes for?
Yeah, 10. I'm still sticking
10?
to 10. Like
Okay.
it's worth 90-minute wait. That ride, if
Okay.
any ride is worth 90 minutes in that park, it's that and another ride.
I was going to say,
Well, then I'm going to change mine to 10 if that's how he's interpreting it.
no, you've already done yours. That's how he's interpreting it. He's not telling you how to interpret it.
But I asked you how to interpret it and you gave me an answer and I had to
and
go
I've just
with
given-
your
and I-
interpretation.
And I've just given Chris the same interpretation. You are rating that how much that attraction is worth to you out of 10 waiting 90 minutes for it. And if you feel the waiting that is a 10 out of 10 worth the wait, that you can queue 90 minutes for it and get off it and go, that was absolutely worth my time, then it's a 10. If you queue 90 minutes and get off it and go, I really enjoyed it, but 90 minutes was a bit long, then you rank it lower. That's what you're looking at.
No, I would have ranked it a 10 if
If
that's
you wanna
how
give
it
it a
I think
10,
it blows. I
then
think
that's
it blows
fine.
your socks off. So
Yeah.
okay.
Tracy, do you want to change yours while everyone else is at it?
No, you wouldn't let me take a point off one earlier. Just
Yeah,
wanted to bring
because
that
we
up.
were 3 past that. We're still on this. That's why I'm letting.
At the time I brought that up, you
No,
said
it
no.
wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Let me just
We're
find
not
it.
done yet. Lee still has to go, so.
You can shut up a minute. Which were we on?
When you wanted to change yours, we were onto a different topic.
No, we weren't.
We weren't on the same topic. We were on the
We were on
same
the s-
ride, not on the same topic.
Yes, we
no,
were.
we weren't.
Okay. When you edit, I expect an apology.
All right then, and I'll play it for you when
You do that.
I will. I don't believe there's a ride at Universal Orlando that's worth 90-minute wait, is what I will
What?
categorically state right now. 90 minutes, an hour and a half out of your day, I don't think there's an attraction there that's worth that wait. Would I ride it with someone if I was with them and they hadn't been on it before? Absolutely. But for me, I would possibly do it. Would I want to do it? No. Would it be worth it? Hell no.
Do you think there's any ride worth 90 minutes?
As
He
I've
said
just said,
no.
I don't think there's a ride
Oh,
at
you said no,
Universal
not a
that's
ride.
worth 90-minute wait.
What would be a 90-minute wait ride outside of Universal?
Not. 90 minutes is ridiculous.
I get it.
I mean, I have waited 90 minutes for stuff, but it's few and far between. I get it. It's a handful of attractions.
So you waited 90 minutes, let's say. Picture it in your mind. You got on that ride. You got off that ride. Never have ridden it before. The drop, everything. And you'd be like, that was all right. It's not worth 90
that's
minutes.
not what we're...
though.
That's the difference. The ride could be amazing. It's whether
Uh-huh.
it's worth a 90-minute wait. Because
Okay.
if I want to go off that, I queued 20 minutes for it the first time I rode it, and by my face, I didn't really enjoy it. But that was
that's true.
different circumstances. It's there's no ride that having waited 90 minutes for, I'd be like, oh yeah, that was well worth 90 minutes of my day. My time is way more important than that.
I mean, I've already told myself I'm going to be waiting 2 hours for it next week because of my sister. She has to ride
Exactly,
it.
that's
so.
what I said. Different circumstances.
Yeah.
Just you on
Yeah,
your own, or
exactly.
you and the family, or whatever. Yeah, but
Oh yeah, if I was a solo rider as well, absolutely not. That's a long time to be bored by yourself.
yeah, I've got to go at 6. I agree with Tracy. I think it's a 6. It's a good
Because
ride.
you can't even take your phones and
Yeah, you can.
You can.
Yeah,
Okay.
90 minutes is a long time.
Okay.
Like effectively, in one day at Universal, you could ride Hagrid's like 4 times, and that's your day done. Maybe 5. 5 rides on one, and that's it. Your day's done. So that's a lot of time out of your day to ride one attraction that's good, but it's not that good.
Yeah, but who's riding it 5 times and that's all they're riding all
No,
day?
it's not. I'm not saying about riding it. That's what I'm saying. It's a fifth of your day, effectively.
Yeah, I guess I look at it differently because like wait times. Obviously, I mentioned this earlier. those wait times don't look real to me because I go on the weekends. So I have like this different mentality.
Yeah, that's why it's the average wait time.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is like 90 minutes it doesn't seem like it's a long time. I get it. And it would suck waiting in the heat. But 90 minutes isn't the most craziest thing to see on a weekend at Universal.
Right.
Yeah.
Like 120 is kind of where you're going to see that hovering around, especially during the summertime. But I get it. Like if you're there during a non-busy weekday, non-holiday kind of week, and you start seeing like a bunch of 15, 20, 30-minute ride waits, 90, it's triple. So I get where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that got heated.
As I said, that's why I put average wait time, worth the average wait time in purely for this attraction.
Okay. Next up, we have the queue. Lee, why don't you start us off on this one?
I knew you would. So honestly, from what queues we've had before this, so you look at, we've already talked about Forbidden Journey. At some point, we're going to talk about the other Potter attraction over there. This queue is all right. It's all right. I'm actually going to go against probably what everyone else is going to say, and I actually prefer the outside queue to the inside queue.
It's very pretty at night.
The views out into Hogsmeade from that outside portion before you go into the main building are fantastic, especially at night, like you say, Tracy. Yeah, when we did that night with Andy and Thomas and our youngest nut. Yeah, it's fantastic. The inside queue's kind of just, to be honest. It's just a lot of stone walls. And like when you compare it to Forbidden Journey, and I know that's not what we're doing, I'm just using that as a point of reference. Forbidden Journey is amazing. You're talking about a queue of a building that you know, if you're a Potter fan, you've spent countless hours reading books all about being set in that. It's a place you know. Hagrid's, on the other hand, doesn't exist in the books or the films. Apparently it's in the game, but it's not somewhere you know, and it's a lot of just concrete corridors. The only real half-decent room in it's the last one with that sort of weird projection ceiling with the bikes going, and that's pretty cool. But you can spend a lot of time in that because it seems to hit that point and then just not move. So I like a 5. It's all right, I guess.
Okay. Let's see. Michelle.
Q. So I like it. Outside is definitely prettier at night. It can get really hot during the day. I love once I start to approach, see, it's not a castle. I don't even know what you call that, the building. You see like the mermaid statues. That's super cool. And you kind of walk across that bridge and you can see out over the ride. That's cool. And then I like going inside and seeing all of the drawings all over the walls. There's a lot of like little hidden details in there that are fun if you really pay attention. There's some other Easter eggs in there, like the golden egg. Once you get down into those caves, although it cools off down there, which is nice, it just is kind of blah. But then I really like that room that has all of the creatures in it in like the jars and stuff. That's a really cool room.
Yeah.
The motorbike room that you mentioned, Lee, although it is cool, it gets really annoying because it's very loud. Especially if you get stuck in that room, like the ride goes down, like it did for us on opening night. Opening day, we were stuck in that room for like 2 hours. Yep. So I honestly hate the sound of those motorbikes now. I'm going to give the queue a 7.
Okay.
All right. Tracy, go ahead.
Yes. Well, I agree with all points that have been made so far. There are parts of it that are quite cute. There are parts of it that are a bit boring. I like outside better than inside. Unless it's raining or cold.
True.
Yeah, I got stuck out in the rain when I rode it with Raymond for the first time. It poured down.
Yeah. It's not the worst queue I've ever been in. Not the best one. So it's, I think it's a pretty solid.
To talk yourself into a number and then talk yourself
I'm
out.
kind of
I
like,
know it's obviously not solid.
it is, but I'm trying to chop myself off because in my head it's too high.
It's a fluid.
No, I'm sticking with it. It's a 6. Okay.
All right. I'm going to say that this is not one of my favorite queues. I think aesthetically there's some really pleasing areas. There's a lot of, I don't want to say there's a lot, but there's reuse from the previous queue that was there.
Yeah. Some nods to that as well.
The what?
Some nods to that old attraction as well, which are always cool.
I forgot
Definitely.
about that. Yes.
Yeah.
But my biggest gripe with this queue is it, and I'm not somebody to be like this, but it makes me feel claustrophobic.
Yeah, and
It's very, very tight.
Yeah, I think
And
Tracy said that before. There's some very narrow corridors in there.
And it's not just that too. I feel like even when you get to the motorcycle room, that it just feels very crowded.
Yeah.
And it could be the way the switchbacks are and you being in an inside area. I'm not quite sure. But I don't like that queue. I hate waiting through that queue. And even going back, so like, it was reusing some Dueling Dragons queue, but that was different because Dueling Dragons was like a 10-minute wait, and the 10 minutes was walking through the queue. So that was cool because you're continually walking. You're not stopping, and then you go there. Whereas here, you stop in hallways and areas that are just way too tight. So because of that, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. And we are coming up to our last bit here, which is the overall ride experience. Anybody want to volunteer to go first?
Me.
Oh. Look at that. Let's pick at random. Michelle, why don't you start us off?
Okay, if I have to. I obviously am going to give it a big resounding 10. It's amazing. It's worth waiting for if you've never done it. Like it's one of my favorite rides ever. There's so many different elements in it that are just super cool. You can ride it 4 different ways, in my opinion. You've got the motorbike side and the sidecar side, and then you've got daytime versus nighttime. All 4 of those combinations are different experiences. So it's got re-rideability, which is awesome. It's got animatronics that seem to always function well. It's so smooth. The launches are awesome. I love it. I love it. That's a 10.
Okay. I'll go next. I'm going to give it a 10 as well. I think for all the same things she said, like it's a phenomenal ride. I have to focus just on the ride and not include things like the queue or the wait times. But the ride itself is amazing. It was the first time I've ever ridden a motorcycle style ride. And the same thing with the drop track, which I know Lee and Tracy, you guys have, I believe you said you've ridden another one like that, or you have one like that by you guys.
13 at Alton Towers has a drop track in it.
So, I mean, for you guys, that drop wasn't as mind-blowing as it was for people like us that just haven't ridden that. It was just, we were blown away by it, and I still till this day ride it, and it's amazing. So 10 out of 10.
Good man.
And well, I try. Tracy.
Yes.
Where are you at?
Not in the theme parks. That's where I'm not at.
That's the best one yet.
I am not in a sidecar.
Or on a motorbike.
No, I prefer the sidecar.
Not bothered either way.
Right, this is overall, right?
So just the ride, taking out the queuing
Right.
and the wait time and all the rest of that crap in the story. Just the ride.
Okay, so at this point, I can then be like, okay, I'm bypassing a lot of stuff because if we ride our usual way, it's a 5-minute wait, tops.
If that.
If that.
Spoilers.
So anyway, yes, as I was saying, I always have fun on this ride. I don't think I've ever had a bad ride on it. I've certainly never come off where anything hurts.
I mean, bloody hell.
I know, that's saying a lot. It's a really smooth ride, actually.
It is.
I am the type of person that I really try not to hold on, and my arms are up as much as possible. And there's not many rides that I do that on. Certainly not Velocicoaster. Jeez.
See, I do on that.
No, I wish I could. Phew. It's a really solid ride. You know, like we've had like the launches are brilliant. You've got the drop. You've got this. You know, you've got the animatronics. You've got the bits of story. 'Cause it's like, yes, it stops. It has like stop start, in effect. And we're gonna ignore the final animatronic because it's not the best one. But I always come off that ride happy.
Oh yeah,
and
you do.
Yeah,
You can hear the turmoil.
I feel like it's. I know what I want to give it, but it feels like I shouldn't. It feels like it should be a little less, but I'm giving it a 10.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Let's see if we can keep a streak here. Lee?
Oh God, Lee doesn't give anything a 10.
Please, you're rounding off the entire show. Please don't disappoint us.
So this is me you're talking to here.
I know. I'm waiting to be disappointed.
So I'm just gonna I'm gonna say the reason that most of the animatronics don't go down is because, let's be honest, they're not the best. There's one animatronic in there that's really, really good, and the rest are kind of
The blasted Scroot is all Scroot.
It's not as much
What's it
as
called?
animatronic. It's a big plastic thing with a stick up the middle of it, moving it around. It doesn't actually move.
It's got a glow in the dark arse.
Yeah, all right. The pixies don't move.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's still an animatronic on a roller coaster.
You're going
Alright.
to tell me that the unicorns aren't lifelike?
No, because they don't exist. But anyway, I'm just putting that out there. I haven't said it's going to knock it down a point or anything yet. Tracy, you'll know this next bit. There is... So we've discussed my motion sickness already on one of the attractions that we've discussed tonight. And I have got slightly better with it. But there's a specific thing that some roller coasters do that I still struggle to deal with. It happens on this, and it happens on Expedition Everest.
Backwards.
Yeah.
Those backwards portions.
I love those.
They are the ones that I feel hit me, not too much, but it definitely makes me kind of, ooh. I do love this ride. Riding it at night, like we rode it at 10 o'clock at night, it's a very different attraction because you can't see jack going round that track, and it makes it, especially when you don't know it that well, phenomenal. So it is a phenomenal ride, but because of my issue with going backwards, being a fanny, yes, I know, and those animatronics being a bit I'm only going to give it a 9. Sorry, guys.
Wow.
You didn't disappoint by disappointing us.
If he's one thing, it's consistent.
I thought it would be a double bluff, you know.
No.
So where does that where's our overall score for this one?
So 139 points.
And what was
Forbidden Journey beat it?
So it puts it in...
Yeah, because somebody give it all 10s.
Second place.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
It puts it in second place.
How far from Cat in the Hat?
5 points above Cat in the Hat.
Oh my God. We really should have started somewhere else other than Zeus Landing.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I'll say 5 points above Cat in the Hat and only 10 points above High in the Sky Zeus Trolley Train Ride.
Guys, we set the bar way too high.
I know,
way too low.
We should go back and redo
Doesn't matter because at the end
first episode.
It still could end up. This is the whole point. It just works as it works, and we grow as we grow. I don't think we've give anything that it did what it didn't deserve, and we haven't give anything what it did deserve, and that's how it's going to shake out. That's the point.
Yeah.
If we just went and did what we're going to rate this attraction, you go, it's number 1. Whereas breaking them down gives you it gives you a more thought about point system to actually rank them overall, not just going, I fucking love Velocicoaster, it's number one. Or,
That's true.
Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem's a load of It's like...
Look, I know that. I've already been where there was one where I was like, I really don't like this ride, but I've got to rate this. And it beat the thing that I wanted it, that I didn't want. Yeah.
So the current ranking is Forbidden Journey at number 1, Hagrid's number 2, Cat in the Hat 3, Zeus Trolley Train Ride 4, Hippogriff 5, One Fish, Two Fish 6, and Carousel 7.
Interesting.
We got a lot more coming up.
A lot more to get to, yes. So we'll be on to Jurassic Park next.
Sweet.
Oh, man.
Let's wrap this up, and don't forget that we want you to let us know how bad Fast and Furious Supercharged is by submitting your quote fun facts. Get them to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. But until next week, see ya.
Are you insane? Get out of here. The curse, it's real. The podcast is over. So, the Magi want you to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. For all the podcast news and articles, check out our blog at uuopodcast.com. Contact us by emailing us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And if you want to join the Producers Club, email us at uuopproducers@gmail.com. Silence! With your subscriptions, we shall rule for all eternity. Listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Not even the Magi can save you now. There is no escape. Your end shall be my beginning. Prepare yourself for your next trip by emailing Michelle at portkeyvacations.com. She can take care of all aspects of your next Universal Orlando vacation. We hope you enjoyed your podcast. Please remain seated and keep your arms and legs inside the prepare to forfeit your souls. Check out the other podcasts on the UUOP network. Rush of Fear, Halloween Horror Nights podcast, the theme park duo for all your West Coast news and info, and the Taste of Universal Orlando food podcast. So hey, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. I would have enjoyed this podcast a lot more if I had gotten my cup of coffee.